Welcome to Just the Story. My second car was named Genghis Khan. It was a blue VW Beetle. It was the first stick shift that I ever drove, and so driving on the way to school through stop and go traffic, trying to shift gears, drink my tea, and eat a bagel gave me an appreciation of people who can juggle. I never learned to juggle, so I was always wearing spilt tea on my shirt, or ancient bits of bagel, or both. But Genghis was a great car. It sipped gas, sneered at the concept of regular oil changes, and could float. No, it's true. I once hit a big puddle, and all four of my wheels lost traction, and for about 15 seconds, we floated. I think if we'd have gone on longer, we would have sunk, because Genghis had innumerable holes in the floor, so there were so many that I could align myself in parking by looking through the holes. Genghis was the reason I almost killed my father. When I was a young man and I drove Genghis, I would play a game. Now, my parents' house is at the bottom of a hill and just to the left. Beyond their house, if you go straight, there's a cross street, and then the walls of a baseball field. Coming home late at night, what I would do is I would get to the top of the hill, and then I would cut Genghis's engine. Genghis and I would slide the 2 blocks down the hill, coasting as we went, and then I would push a hard over to get into the driveway of my parents' house and stop perfectly. It was the perfect crime. Well, years went by, and whenever I would visit, I would take my dad to the movies. Now, my dad had the ability to sleep anywhere, so there was a 50-50 chance that he would sleep through part of the movie. Well, we would talk about the movie on the way back home usually, or he would sleep. Now, it was years after Genghis, so when I was visiting, I drove my parents' Aspen. One night, I was driving Dad home from a movie, and he was asleep. And I got near the top of the hill, and I saw my parents' house at the bottom, and in a moment, I was thinking about Genghis. I decided to do something for old time's sake. I would do a glide-in to the house. So at the top of the hill, I turned the engine off and made sure it was in neutral, and we started the glide. I could feel immediately there was a problem. Tapping on the brakes was like tapping a cylinder block. I pushed them with all my effort and got no response. By now, I was picking up speed. The vehicle was heavier and seemed kind of sluggish. I started to turn the wheel to see how much reaction I would get, and I got no response. So that meant if I couldn't turn, we were going to go right across the 2 lanes of traffic and then right into the ballpark fence. I wanted to wake my dad to ask him what I should do, but waking him and explaining the situation would use up all of our time. Now we were on the block where my house was, and I really needed to make that turn. I slammed the brakes again. I got a little bit of reduction in speed. Then I threw myself into turning the car. I took the wheel and I pushed it with everything I had, putting into steering. The wheel slowly turned 30 feet from the driveway, and I had a slight curve in our path, 20 feet away, and it looked like I might make it 10 feet away, and I could see that I wasn't going to hit the driveway the right way. 5 feet away, suddenly, the steering wheel gave me some play. We hit the lip of the driveway, and then the incline on the driveway slowed us down. We were crooked, but we stopped 10 feet from my mom's car. I looked over. My dad had slept through it all, and I sat there and shook for about 10 minutes. And that's just the story. Hi, I'm DM Fitzgerald. I'm the creator of Just the Story. If you enjoyed our program, please like and subscribe because we have a ton of more content coming your way.